Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our inaugural episode of Campus Cast. Up until this point, we've been doing our leadership and business episodes, having some interviews with various leaders and other figures around and in and around the IUK area. But today we're switching it up. We're starting a new thing, and it's just going to be us. There's 5 of us here ready to just talk about whatever. We'll do some introductions real quick. I think you guys probably know me by this point. This is Tommy, and we'll go around here. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Okay, I'm Jenna.
I'm Marcie.
I'm Alexanne.
And I'm Terin Tharp.
Terin's the only one with a last name. Jenna and Terin, you guys have been on the show already. You've done a couple interviews. You guys have done a couple of episodes without me. I see how it is. Marcie and Alexanne, you guys are brand new to the whole thing,
yes,
right?
we
Okay,
are. Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. So,
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
absolutely,
Thank you.
pretty pumped.
You guys are here.
Us too.
Yeah.
That's good. Good to hear.
Good conversation.
What kind of topics you guys got? Because our goal with this is one to get the listeners, the people over at IK, to know us a little bit better. But really, our big thing here, we kind of just want to chat, hang out, whatever, but also talk about happenings in the business world, any sort of developments, whether they be new regulations passed or new developments with, I don't know, something going on at Google or something going on at Amazon or maybe a smaller company, whatever.
And feel free, listeners, if you want us to talk about a conversation or a topic going on in the real world, feel free to leave it in the comments or message us on any of our platforms about what you think we should talk about next.
Yeah, as long as, we're not going to talk about everything you guys suggest because we just don't have time. And I know we get millions of suggestions all the time, most of them from me. I just go on there, I'm like, hey guys, talk about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I'm like, no, nobody wants to hear about that, just Tommy. So, but yeah, so we were actually kind of just like already talking right before we started. We were talking about, Jenna, what was that story you were telling us about your car?
I guess it didn't really have a story that I was telling. It's more like how much I owe on it still.
Yeah, that's not fun.
My credit score, that kind of fun stuff.
Oh, good,
I'm sure
yeah.
people don't care about it. I say that we just, see where the conversation goes. We just start talking about something and
we got to be
get
real
to
careful
know
with
us.
that because we've already established that if Tommy lets the conversation wander,
yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
We wish we were kidding.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, go right ahead, guys. Actually, you know what? Since this is look at me like that. Since this is kind of our inaugural episode, we haven't really had a lot of opportunities in the last few episodes to really get to know ourselves. Well, I know myself. I don't know about you guys. But the viewers, listeners, whatever they are, they haven't had an opportunity to really know who we are. So
Yeah, let's go ahead and go around the table. Just kind of introduce ourselves and give either our major and our degree.
And something really cool about yourself.
Something that nobody else has.
Okay, not gonna lie.
That's hard.
No one else
Yeah.
has. That's impossible.
It's something that makes you you.
As John Lennon once said, "There's nothing you can do that can't be done, Terin." So, you just got to do the best you can. Welcome to our daily advice podcast, where I tell you just do the best you can. I probably should have warned you guys last night that I was wanting to do one of those tell me something cool about yourself things because every time the professor
that would
does
have been
that,
nice. Yeah.
puts you on the spot, but I was busy.
Icebreaker.
Yeah, just give yourself some time to think about
Oh
that.
no.
Like I said, my name is Jenna. I'm a junior, finishing my junior year at IUK, and I'm an HR major.
And what's something cool about
right. Well, I have a
Get the cool
dog,
factor.
and he's just the cutest little thing in the whole world.
you? I wish this wasn't a purely auditory medium so we could show, because
I
she's
know.
right. He's like the cutest thing in the whole
He
world.
is a mini golden doodle, and he's like, I swear he's like 75% golden retriever and 25% poodle.
Oh, the 25%
because-
poodle is just his fur.
Well,
he's super curly.
Well, he's wavy, kind of curly, but he's got the golden retriever personality, and his name's Charlie, and he's super cute, and yeah.
You think we can get him on the show? Get him as a guest?
You know what? He is like 45 pounds of cute. And
Oh, okay, he's a lot bigger than I thought.
well, he's just
you
chubby.
say
He's
mini
just
golden
chubby.
doodle?
And
I'm like, all right, I can hold him in one hand.
There's a full-size golden doodle, there's mini golden doodles, and then there's toy golden doodles. And my boyfriend's family has a toy. And
I guess
he
that's
is
more what I was
18
thinking of.
pounds.
More to love, Jenna.
Yeah, more to love.
Hey, I'm
Charlie's
just
a
saying,
chubby boy.
puppies are puppies.
Yeah.
I'm Marcie. I'm also a junior, and I'm also an HR major. Something cool about me is I can juggle.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Can you juggle axes?
Definitely not. Have not tried.
That's probably a good idea.
You want to know something wild about Marcie is that she has this really huge beanbag.
I do.
It's really
like
cool.
7 feet long. It's absolutely. It's like a bed. It's like a
I was gonna say,
full-size
did you just take
It
naps on it?
inspired me.
Did it?
Yes, and I went on Amazon to look for one,
very
and
expensive.
they were like $300 at least.
Very expensive, but very worth it. 100%.
Yeah.
I think I might. If I had a beanbag that big, I'd probably just live on it. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd end up
Just
like,
sink into it,
I'd
take
end
a
up like
nap.
fused into it.
It's hard to get up. Like, once you sit down, it's like,
You don't want to
no,
get up.
no, thank you.
That's like falling into a ball pit. Or, yeah, like a foam ball pit
That
or
sounds
whatever.
amazing.
Or quicksand.
Well,
Less
don't-
amazing.
The
Can't
more you
say that I've
struggle-
ever fell into quicksand, but
Well, I mean, the more you struggle, the more you just want to stay in it.
That's
all right.
that's the beanbag chair. I don't know if you want to be in the quicksand, but you do end
that's
up
fair.
in the quicksand. Yeah, all that quicksand that I end up in. All that Indiana quicksand.
Yeah, right.
How many things can you juggle at once, Marcie?
I've never tried more than 3, so
Cool.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is that after this podcast, after we're done recording, I'm gonna start throwing stuff at her. We're gonna throw all these microphones at her.
I don't think that's the best
Dakota's
idea.
like,
Let's just throw
Well,
the
you
smoothies,
better-
see how many smoothies
You,
she can
you better
juggle.
adapt quickly. Yeah, tech guys are telling me don't do that. So, yeah, super cool. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm Alexanne, and I'm a sophomore, and I'm going for HR as well.
I am sensing a common theme here.
Yeah.
It's like our HR podcast. And we got HR people on it.
Maybe something interesting about me. I've actually had 3 knee surgeries on
Oh
one
my.
knee. Yeah, on one knee.
One
so
what's
mhm.
wrong with it?
Um,
No offense.
No, yeah, there was a lot wrong.
Did all your knees just kind of say, yeah, no, I'm out. I'll
Yeah,
see you later.
yeah, basically. I went to this camp that I did not want to go to. My mom was like, yeah, you're going. And I literally, it was nothing cool. It was just, I was literally running sideways and it like dislocated.
Ugh.
And so, yeah, it actually broke a piece of the bone off in the kneecap. So they went in basically and took a
You guys
piece
are
of the.
squeamish. Go ahead and skip ahead to. No, I'm just kidding.
No, go ahead.
They,
Go ahead.
I am.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, they actually took the bone out and then they didn't do anything. So for like 2 years, I was just like, no, it's probably not 2 years, probably like a year. And all they do is take the bone out, but there's actually some more underlying problems. So most people are born with like a groove in their knee that helps their kneecap from like staying in. Well, I didn't have that groove. So then I went to this other surgeon who was like, yeah, that's not right. So we had a few more surgeries after that. And then later I'd found out that my surgeon who did take only the bone out, he was actually like planning murder and he eventually went to jail. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like planning. Yeah.
plot
I'm pretty
twist.
sure it
I
was
shall take
planning murder
this
for
bone
his
and
like.
use it as part of my plans.
Yeah, no, like I think it was planning murder on his wife, and yeah, so yeah, he went to
Wow.
jail. I was like, okay, well, I understand why you only took the bone out. Your mind was occupied with other things.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
More
Okay.
than just the bone.
yeah.
Jeez.
Watching that ending.
All right,
It's-
so Alexanne's the one with the
crazy.
twists and turns then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just
Quite
didn't have
literally.
anything else to say. I was trying to think of something on the spot, Tommy.
Well, that was perfect context.
Yeah.
She's got the twists
crazy.
and turns all in one knee. Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, I was thinking that joke too. I just didn't know how to make it, and so I'm glad Terin went for it instead of me. So I didn't have to embarrass myself. I'm just kidding. Poor Terin. Speaking of Terin, it's your turn.
My name's Terin Tharp. I am a junior studying marketing and economics, not HR. I'm a little different, but yet everyone still likes me
Yeah,
here.
we let him hang out anyway.
Again, the only one with the last name.
Yeah, just got to set himself apart.
Well,
Anyways, go ahead.
we're proud people.
He just wants to be known. Go ahead.
And something interesting that some people everyone in here knows already. I'm that weird kid on campus that hates walking, so he bought a scooter and rides it around. I apologize to those people that I've annoyed passing them. That is not my intention, although I'm late, very, very late, so please watch out.
I like the idea of we're going to have people listening to this, and then he comes up like that. They're like, oh, it's that guy?
Yeah.
Like, no joke, Terin. One of my friends works here on campus, and I was talking to him. I was like, yeah, that guy Terin, do you know him? He works over in the coffee shop. He wears like this hat like this all the time. And he's like, I don't know, Tommy. A lot of people wear hats. I was like, it's the guy with the scooter. And my friend's like, why didn't you start with that? I know that guy.
You know, the funny thing is, one of my coworkers was talking to me about one of her friends spotting me. And she was like, so one of my friends texted me saying that they saw a guy with a neon green scooter in the library. And I was like, is that Terin? And I just wanted to ask, were you in the library today? And I'm like, you had to ask if I was in the library after they mentioned a neon green scooter was sitting in the library with them. That wasn't a clue that it was me.
Right, that wasn't enough context clues.
No, it was one of the other guys with the neon green scooter. What do you want from me? Yes, of course it is.
You know, I've been sitting here thinking as we've been talking, just something that I want to talk about for a second. Just an opinion.
Go right ahead.
All right. I mean,
I'm just going to say it. Baked hot Cheetos are like 20 times better than regular.
okay.
I'm
Listen,
serious. When I was in high school, I used to eat a bag of baked hot Cheetos
Jenna.
with a berry propel and a lime sherbet every day
Jenna,
for lunch.
That is the weirdest combination.
That sounds very unhealthy. I want to introduce
you.
myself. Then we'll talk about the Cheetos, because I also want to talk about Cheetos now.
I know. Sorry.
My name's
It was
Tommy.
on
Make
my
it
mind, I
sound
didn't
like this
wanna
super
forget it.
serious conversation. and
Yeah.
Big
But it's
hot
Cheetos.
Cheetos
Okay,
are
well,
better
we'll
than
come back to
regular.
Serious to her though, it's fine.
I'm
Yeah,
Tommy.
Sorry.
Everybody, I'm Tommy. My name's Tommy. I'm Tommy.
No
there
last
we
name.
go. No, I don't need that. I'm like Prince. Prince has a last name. Never mind. I'm Tommy. I'm an HR major as well. I'm a junior, I think. The years in college really don't matter. I don't. If you don't take 4 classes, if you take like 5 or 6, or if you take only 2, then your year gets all screwed up. Anyway, I'm a junior. My cool thing about me is that I have been playing Dungeons and Dragons since I was 14 years old. So 15 years, because I'm really old. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for 15 years, and every Sunday night I am the dungeon master. And yeah. It just says Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm the Dungeon Master. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Can't beat me. I know every move.
I have the rule book.
I
fact-
write this world into existence.
But there are already enough Dungeons and Dragons podcasts. I don't think we need to start with another one.
Really?
What? You
I
didn't know that?
No.
The Dungeons and Dragons is super taken off in popularity lately.
Wow.
And it's due in part to I can think of at least 3 really big podcasts off the top of my head. Wait, maybe 2. I don't know. I don't listen to them. I don't have to listen to people play Dungeons and Dragons. If I just play it.
If I can play the game, why listen to it?
I don't know.
You can learn more.
Yeah, plenty of people. This is not a D&D podcast.
I feel like this is the
Trust me,
same
I would not.
people use for
I would not have a
sports.
problem.
Yeah.
Why watch them when I could go out and play them?
Yeah,
can't
okay.
do it.
I'm sure that.
You're not as good.
Yeah. Trust me, I've seen you. I know what you look like. You ain't playing no football. Not you, Terin. It was the royal you. Great. I made Terin. Now I look like the jerk. Now I'm the bad guy.
I mean, you're not wrong. I probably get the ball, and with my weight, some guy at 190 pounds would come around. I just fly off into the stratosphere.
Just break you right in half. Just
It's the wind.
fall in the crack.
Well, at least I know where I stand.
Yeah. Not in the football field. Okay, Jenna, you were talking about Cheetos.
Yeah, I'm
This
sorry.
is the content we got, guys. Cheetos.
I did not mean to rudely cut you off. I kind of forgot.
Uh-huh.
I thought
I'm
we started-
interested to hear why, though. Why are
Why?
baked
Why-
Cheetos better
You
than
know,
regular?
They honestly just have a different flavor. They're a little bit hotter, I think, in my personal opinion.
Well, this is a different texture, I feel like.
Yeah, a little bit. If you've ever had baked regular Cheetos, it's the same type of texture, but the flavor's just a little different. Just like baked regular Cheetos versus actual normal Cheetos is the flavor's different. The cheese is different.
Yeah,
What
it is
are-
because I eat baked
It is.
Cheetos.
Yeah, so the hot Cheetos are just, they're so much better.
What are you talking about?
See,
You know,
I can kind of follow with what
I don't
she's
know,
saying.
but I've been thinking about it for like 3 days.
So you
Baked anything
Yeah,
that just
and you
tastes
know what
bland.
sucks is that you just can't find them around here. I mean, just recently they've started putting them in gas stations, like that I've seen, but well, that too, but like you can't just go to Kroger. I live right next to Kroger, and it's like I can't just get in the car, drive to Kroger, and get a bag of baked hot Cheetos because Frito-Lay doesn't distribute them here to grocery stores, which is sad because I'd buy out their stock.
You know, I like 6 or 7 years ago, maybe even longer than that. Doritos had a wasabi flavor.
Oh yeah,
Wasabi, right?
yeah.
Yeah. They had a wasabi flavor. Super good. I only ever found 2 small bags of them at the gas station because
Really?
nobody had them. And now, that's what Marcie was saying. If I want to get these wasabi Doritos, I got to order them from Japan, and they're like $9 a bag,
Oh yeah.
including import
You
costs.
know,
Yeah, they
funny
take like
you
2 months to
say
get
that.
here.
Funny you say that because you guys are gonna think I'm so weird, but
Oh, I already do.
Okay.
You got us on this Cheetos conversation.
Listen, recently.
Now, real quick, I said we were going to talk about business stuff. Not today.
Not today.
next episode is
This
business stuff.
this
Today's
is
the
a
Cheetos episode.
conversation. Yeah. Well, also, do you
Cheetos,
guys
give us money.
remember? Do you guys remember those? The blue and green twist ring pops. That was the blue raspberry watermelon. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I guess so.
specific.
Hmm.
I mean, I remember ring
Come
pops.
on, you
yeah.
gotta know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
the swirl.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
Okay,
sure,
not
why
the
not?
twist.
Yeah.
What about it?
When you
Well-
said twist, I was thinking the actual thing was twisted. I was like, I
Well,
don't
they
remember
don't make
anything
them
with that.
anymore. And
How much are
I've
they
been
selling for on eBay?
Well, I looked them up on Amazon, and because I think they're starting to make them again, but they're so hard to find. So I actually ordered a big bag, like a 20 count of ring pops. And because the picture on Amazon
I'm shaking
said,
my head at you.
Listen, because it was like $6. And the
That's a
picture,
good price, sure.
The picture on Amazon.
I'm sure they're years expired.
The picture on Amazon had a picture of the twist one,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
then when I got it, it didn't have
How could
any
they?
of those in it.
How could they do that to you?
Oh.
Wow.
Rude.
You
Okay.
remember these?
Not at all.
For the listeners, I just pulled up a picture on Google Images.
I don't eat Ream Pops. Ream Pops
Well-
are sloppy.
Nonetheless,
They get-
I went to return.
They make a huge
Yeah,
mess.
they get everything sticky.
Oh, so you're returning your Ring Pops?
well, I went to return them,
Yeah.
right? Because I was going to get
I'd
my
like to
$6
return this
back.
candy.
You didn't just
And-
eat them?
No, because they were full of like orange freeze, like nastiness flavors.
Yeah, I hate orange flavor.
I do.
Heck, orange flavor.
Hate
Yeah.
orange flavor? What is wrong with you people?
Orange
I love
and grape
orange.
are the worst candy
Yeah,
flavors.
are you serious?
Those are the best
Grape is
flavors.
the
You know what? You can't even say that
Ew.
artificial grape flavoring is grape. It's purple.
It's purple flavor.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Grape,
it's purple
orange,
flavored.
and cherry, hands down.
That's
are the
true.
best.
Blue is definitely just a flavor.
That's true, but blue
Grape is cough
superior.
medicine.
Yeah.
Grapes taste like cough medicine.
Yeah, no, I totally.
I
am with
don't-
you.
yeah.
Like-
I agree.
Now, when you say grape,
It's
do you
my
mean
least
like
favorite.
grape candy or grapes?
No, the grape candy. Grapes are fine. Grape
grapes are
candy, grape flavored is just not
They
good.
don't taste like
You know what? Green grapes are also superior to red grapes.
Yeah, they're
So you are
alright.
just coming at us today with these
These
controversial
are just
opinions.
my disclaimer. These are my opinions.
There are
I hope
red
this is as
grapes.
controversial as our
I
opinions
thought they were
get.
purple grapes, not red.
Well, I'm hungry, so that's why I'm talking about food. So.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm.
Like I could throw down
Food.
some Chipotle at this point.
No.
I do not. We are not talking about Chipotle right now
Why?
because now that's all I want to think about.
Okay. Well, let's move on to a different topic.
Okay, no more food, I guess. Tommy does not want to talk about
Nope.
food.
Nope.
So
nope.
how about that weather?
Thanks, Terin. That's
Actually, it's starting to get sunny out at
Yeah.
this point. It was
Yeah.
cloudy
It's
earlier,
actually
but
pretty nice.
the sun decided to show its face and say,
Terin.
"Hey-o."
Are we really doing weather talk on the podcast?
No, it's just a brief segment, just to let
all
everyone
the
know.
so all the viewers can see in this exact moment the weather.
Well, that's true.
They're probably gonna
Yeah.
listen to this in the future and like,
Yeah.
it's not sunny out now. It's snowing. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
It's freaking Indiana.
So anyway, back back to what we were saying about Cheetos. No, you mentioned that you used to eat just Cheetos and drink Berry Propel in
Lime
school.
sherbet.
Okay,
Lime
me,
sherbet.
What's wrong with you?
Sherbet. What are
Okay,
you?
so I've always been kind of a picky eater. So I always was the one that like packed my lunch, and I didn't really eat school lunch. But I went to a huge high school in Lafayette where I had like 500 to 600 people in my graduating class.
How huge?
So thanks for that. So we had like 6 different lunch lines. So they had like all these different options, but I would always just get the grab and go. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I didn't pack my lunch, I would get an Uncrustable with
good.
a little baby bag of baked hot Cheetos and a Berry Propel, like every single day. And if I was really feeling it, like once a week.
If I was really feeling it.
So it was a
like
treat.
once
If
a
I was
week,
feeling
yeah.
frisky.
Yeah, like once a week. Well, my mom always used to get mad at me for spending money on a la carte stuff at school.
Same.
But I
Mhm.
just, by my
Yeah.
senior year, I just stopped caring. I was,
yeah.
I mean, I'm addicted to those baked hot Cheetos, so I was just like, nothing was going to stop me. So, anyways, once a week, like on Fridays, if they had raspberry sherbet, I would get that. If they didn't have raspberry, I'd get lime.
Wait, could you say that word again?
I know it's spelled sherbet, but it's pronounced sherbet.
It's pronounced sherbet.
Oh my
I thought
gosh.
Like I just
Sherbet.
said.
Taryn, that's it. I'm kicking you out of the show.
Okay, I just had this argument yesterday with my boyfriend's sister.
Oh my God.
Because she said it was actually spelled sherbet, and I said, no, it's spelled sherbet, but who do you know that says that?
Taryn.
Yeah,
You
so
don't
my
pronounce
point exactly.
words that don't have the appropriate letters.
Taryn.
Okay, well, as I
Then tell me,
stated-
how do you spell through?
Got him.
Throwug? Throwug? Huh?
Throug.
You got to pronounce the H.
Thraug.
English is
That-
stupid. English is stupid. That's my controversial opinion of the day. It don't make no sense, but this is also not new content.
For the viewers out there, it's still sherbet.
Okay, well.
All right, so the viewers out there, Taryn ain't coming back. Nah, I'm just kidding. You can come back. No,
Can't get rid of me.
I know. Jenna, the only thing I ever ate in school was those little packs of 6 mini donuts that you could buy from,
Oh, yeah.
and a Ohana lemonade. You know, Ohana means family,
Yeah.
family, etc., etc. And then one of my friends one day thought it'd be really funny to get the cereals that they had left over from breakfast and put all his lemonade in that. And he's like, ha ha ha! Look, I put lemonade in my Cocoa Pebbles. Ha ha ha! And he threw up. That's pleasant.
Ew.
Have you ever seen the movie Lemonade now?
Yes.
The Disney movie?
pretty
Have
good.
you ever seen it?
No.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Well,
Yeah.
doesn't
Lemonade
the
mouth, you
lemonade
said?
on that movie always like? Did you ever think it just looked so good compared to normal lemonade? They were like, "Oh, this is the best lemonade, right?"
I forgot about
And the
that
vending
part.
machine was gonna get
Yeah.
taken out, but then they like
They're like, no.
made them not take it. I don't know.
So,
But it always looked
funny
superior.
story about that movie. Back in my high
don't even
school
know what they're
years,
talking about.
it's a throwback to anyone
Boomer.
that used to go to
Just kidding.
Northwestern
Thank
High School
you.
here in Kokomo, Indiana. We had a teacher who taught Algebra 2. His name was Mr. Ortman.
Mr. Ortman, I hope you're listening. We're putting you on blast.
he would there was a math formula. They're called determinants, I believe is what they're called, and he used that movie and that song Determinate to teach us about that mathematical formula. And that's the only, whenever someone brings up Lemonade Mouth, that's the only thing I can remember is that song and Mr. Ortman teaching us math with it.
Yeah, every
and
time.
him dancing to it. It was
Oh, I wish we had a
it
visual
was
now.
quite the spectacle.
Every time somebody
He
brings up
wasn't bad.
Lemonade Mouth, for me, is literally just right now. I have no idea what you
Oh.
guys are talking about. I've heard the name once, I think, maybe.
Well, you just said lemonade, and it made me think of.
Well, yeah, I mean that sure. But when did this movie come out? Was this Disney Channel
was a
movie?
while
Was this?
ago. It was
What
is this?
good.
You know,
Theatrical
High School
release?
Musical.
Yeah, of course I know High
It
School.
was like
It's like one of those,
Oh.
except not
later
as popular.
years. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
one of the later years that we would be watching Disney Channel. So
Yeah.
It was good for one of their newer ones though, because their newer movies are just I don't even watch them anymore.
Yeah, not like
Yeah,
their
did
old
you-
movies like Smart House.
probably
Yeah, that
not.
was a good
but did
one.
you ever
And-
see?
Mhm.
Did you ever see Good Luck Charlie? Probably not.
No.
Okay, well,
that
Bridget
show.
Mendler, she's
Mhm.
the like main character of Lemonade Mouth. She's also the main character on the show.
Actually, the
I just
girl
like
who
her.
plays Jasmine in the new Aladdin, she's
Oh,
in
yeah.
that movie. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just made that connection. Cool.
Huh.
Oh.
I think Naomi
Okay.
Scott, right? I think that's her
I
name.
don't
I'm trying to
remember.
think of what she looks
But I just watched
Yeah.
it when we went to Disney. Our key trip to Disney, we
Mhm.
always fly Southwest pretty much for school trips, and
Is that good?
what?
Southwest any good?
I love Southwest.
Yeah.
Southwest,
You get
give us.
snackies.
No. We're done with that
They're
joke.
affordable.
Legroom. Yeah, they give you pretzels
Mhm.
on shorter flights.
Why you got to
Drinks.
say it that way?
You get free
Snackies?
food?
Yeah, Jenna's just like, every time I go on Southwest, they give me some yummy yummers.
Well, they on longer flights. Like I went on a key trip to San
What a jerk.
Francisco in November, and they came through and gave us like cookies and chips and like anything you wanted. You could like pick what you wanted. But anyways, they have like on their app, they have Wi-Fi like on the plane you can use to iMessage or like watch free movies.
Yeah, a
That's
lot of planes
free.
have that nice kind of like feature
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
and sometimes they'll even have like screens,
Yeah.
like just built in.
So yeah.
It's kind of nice.
So I actually watched that movie on our way back from Orlando. The newer Aladdin.
Did you like it?
Well, I didn't finish it. I was like really close to
Yeah.
finishing it,
Mhm.
but yes, I didn't
Yeah.
really grow up watching. That was the one Disney movie I feel like I didn't really ever watch.
I didn't
as
either.
a
Yeah.
kid. I was always like
Aladdin's such a good
obsessed with The Little Mermaid and
Mhm.
Cinderella and like the princess movies, other than Aladdin with Jasmine.
I love Aladdin.
Yeah, but I really, really enjoyed it. I really
Yeah.
liked the music.
I mean, it probably is kind of long for the plane ride though, so
Yeah,
you
it
never
was
got
like-
to
It
finish
was,
half
sig-
hours or
it,
something
yeah, I was
like
gonna say it was
that.
significantly longer than the original because they added a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff for like
and-
no reason.
You know what I thought was a little cringy though was like Will Smith as the genie. I thought that was a little. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm getting some head nods.
See, the thing about I only watched parts of it because I was told to watch it, but it went on. It was on when I was around, and I was kind of like, I'll watch maybe like five minutes. But the thing that was interesting about the genie in that one and what Will Smith did was, okay, going back to the original,
Right.
what Robin Williams did. He improv. That was his big thing.
Yeah,
He improved
he's
in every
amazing.
movie he did, and that was what made the genie so awesome and so hilarious because he just come up with stuff on the spot. In order to make the genie work for Will Smith, he would have to either A, be exactly like Robin Williams, or B, he'd have to come up with his own thing. He'd have to do something completely different, which I'm not certain how well that would have gone in the box office, but yet still, it would have been something different than what Robin Williams did.
For Robin Williams, the genie was a career-defining role. He had a lot of stuff up until that point. They put him in the movie because he was already a big name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and they designed the genie specifically for Robin Williams. He was the person they had in mind when they were creating the character. They knew they wanted him to come in and voice him. And what you were saying about Robin Williams improvising in the sound booth is, yeah, there's so much material, recorded material, that they couldn't use because Robin Williams had a tendency to get really profane
Really?
while he was
Oh.
improvising. Oh, yeah. There are so many unheard of, like, kind of locked away recordings of the genie just swearing up a storm. But
It's Robin Williams.
yeah, but the Robin Williams defined that character. That character is Robin Williams. For Will Smith, what you were saying about having Will Smith do exactly what Robin Williams did is a terrible idea because nobody can do what Robin Williams did. I think that Will Smith did fine with what he had because honestly, with a character like that, when you're having Robin Williams come in the original movie and just playing up his big over the top personality, if you're making a new live action Aladdin movie, you got to find somebody to play the genie. You can't get Robin Williams, R.I.P. Then you need to find somebody else who has a big personality like that, and Will Smith absolutely does. I don't know if they gave him enough opportunity to really show it off, but I think he did fine with what he was able to do.
I don't think he did bad. I think I get stuck in that comparative, like,
it's
you know what I mean?
It's almost impossible not to, because of how I hate using the word iconic because it gets thrown all around a lot these days, but it really is. Robin Williams is iconic as the genie, so it's very difficult to fill those shoes.
You know what movie I think would be really good as a live action remake? Moana.
It'd be interesting because there's just so much water.
I know. I know.
I don't know if they made Life of Pi work. They could make
That's
Moana
what I was
work.
going to say. Have you ever seen
Yeah,
the movie Life
yeah.
of Pi? This literally takes place basically in the water 99% of the time.
See, of all the live action movies that they've come out with, that one's the one that I could kind of see working. Have you guys seen what Mulan is supposed to be like?
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I am too.
I don't anticipate it to be anything like the animated movie, but I don't really want it to be. Because my problem with a lot of most of the Disney live action remakes is why would I need to watch the Beauty and the Beast live action when I can watch the original? What does this have to offer me that I don't already get from the original? What does the new Aladdin offer that the original doesn't do? What does the new Cinderella do? Honestly, the only Disney live action remake that they've done so far, starting with Alice in Wonderland and moving on, because there was the 101 Dalmatians one in the 90s. You guys remember that? With Glenn,
I remember that.
Where Dr. House is in that movie. Anyway.
Yeah. Dr. House was in that movie?
Yeah, he played Jasper, the one of the two henchmen for Cruella de Vil. Yeah, that was him.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, Hugh Laurie, right? What's his name? Whatever. Anyway, the only one of the Disney live action remakes that I actually found to be worth my time was Maleficent, because it was a different perspective on the same story. It was a retelling rather than just a remake. There is nothing that the live action Lion King movie offers me that the animated movie didn't already do better.
And the thing about the live action, because I watched a guy talk about the differences, and he brought up a very good point. When the advantage of having animation is that you could tell different aspects of the story better through animation than in real life, because there's some things in real life you can't do, but in cartoons you can portray them perfectly.
Yeah.
And when you bring them into live action, it's really hard to portray those same things. Like the live Beauty and the Beast one. You guys remember watching that in the Be Our Guest scene?
I remember the original Be Our Guest, yes.
If you watch both of them side by side, the animated one seems more fun and colorful because it is more colorful. There are more colors to play with, and there's more ways to portray the feelings and emotions. While live action, it kind of fell flat because it wasn't as colorful. It wasn't as exciting as the original.
Yeah.
I enjoy the live actions. I think I like the music aspect of it. I know they're the same.
Yeah.
But it just gives it a little bit of an updated, fresh version of it, if that makes sense.
It sometimes I see what you're saying. Actually, I didn't hate the Jungle Book. I thought that one was okay.
That's one that I didn't really like because I felt like the order of events were kind of flip-flopped.
I didn't mind that one as much. I liked what was his name? Bill Murray. How do I forget Bill Murray? I liked Bill Murray as Baloo.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I like him a little bit better than Phil Harris, who was the original guy that voiced him. I don't know if you guys have watched The Jungle Book recently, or Robin Hood, or The Aristocats, but he's in all three of those movies. And Phil Harris, he's in all three of those movies, and he always has the same personality where he's very laid back and cool, but in a '60s way. So he's like, "What's happening, hip cat?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Yeah. Slow your roll, dude.
Speaking of Bill Murray, have you guys watched Zombieland or the second one that just came out?
I watched the first one.
Wait a minute, is he in the second one?
I think he is in the second one. Have you guys seen it?
They shoot him in the first one.
Yeah, but I think I thought he lived.
I mean, he was
died.
pretty dead.
He's in the second
He got
one.
shot because he looked
No,
like a
he's
zombie.
He's a zombie.
definitely. No, I swear, he's definitely in the second one.
He's a
Trust me.
zombie in the second one.
Just watch the second one.
All right,
He's
fine.
in the second one, I promise.
I believe you.
Maybe he just plays a different character, and everyone's
No,
like,
it's him.
He put. Look, I need to finish up what I was saying.
Anyways, go ahead, sir.
All the Disney live action movies, whatever, man. They're whatever, man. That's it.
I'm not a huge fan of them, to be honest. I just prefer to watch the originals. I'm not going to watch the new Mulan because it's just too different from what I loved about the original. So I'm just going to kind of...
I'm anxious to see the Little Mermaid live action that they're going to make.
If I may, actually, I think that Mulan will be okay because Mulan, well, I don't know. The problem is, for me, that Mulan, first of all, is a really old story. Over 1,500 years old or something like that. It is such an important story to China that back in the 30s or the late 20s, somewhere in there, that when China got the technology to make motion pictures, the very first motion picture they made was Mulan Joins the Army. It was like 15 minutes long. So it's a really important story to them. So the point is that Mulan is not a story that's just Disney. You can do a different version of Mulan and have it be fine. The problem is I think that they're going to try and relate it too much to the Disney version when it would probably be stronger if they didn't do that.
I almost feel like they didn't relate it that much to the Disney version, though, just because, like,
I mean, they cut out Mushu, which is...
Yeah, but that's what
Fine
I've
by
heard.
me,
Like,
but-
people did say, like, it'd be nice to watch, like, almost a more serious version of it, just because I don't know if they don't have, Mushu for, if they really don't, but, like, they didn't have it in the trailer, and, like, a lot of people were, like, they kind of liked that it was going to be, like, maybe more serious. So, I don't know. Like, you're right, it's going to be different than, like, the animated.
From what I was told, they were trying to go for a more serious... They were trying to go for
Yeah.
more of a realistic one. And that
Which is why they
Mushu
have a
would-
big Chinese sorceress in there, right? Throwing all that magic around.
The
Well, I
woman,
guess it
the
makes more sense than
villain,
having
yeah,
a talking
that was
dragon.
new.
No, I think it makes the same amount of sense, but I'm also not going to criticize because it looks awesome. Oh, man, we're going to meet again in a couple weeks to record after having seen this movie. I'm going to be like, guys, that movie was the poop.
Oh my God.
Could you... The what?
The poop.
All right.
You didn't
Yeah.
want to say a bad word. So
Yeah.
said the
Oh,
P
wow.
We
word.
can't say bad words.
It just threw me off so much. I was like, what?
Kind of me too. Yeah, I was thinking like, no, it's gonna be good, and then I was like, oh, I know what you mean.
Maybe we should talk about something like, anybody else feeling just like real burnt out lately?
Oh my god.
Oh,
You mean just in
gosh,
general?
yeah.
Just in general, yeah. I mean, I guess, like, when it comes... one thing that I've just been super annoyed about lately is, I mean, life happens to everybody, and you just kind of, like, have to roll with the punches. Like, you know, take a day to kind of feel bad for yourself, I guess, and get up and move on and hustle, you know? But one thing that I've been super frustrated with lately is, like, I guess for, like, business majors, like, you know, you have to have an internship, and I've been super frustrated with the process of that.
Wait a minute.
I
Oh,
feel
God.
that.
Have to have an internship?
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's you either have to have, it's called applied learning. It's 3 to 6 credit hours. So you either have to take
Uh-oh.
well, just before you graduate, you either have to do
Well,
like
you can do it
before
you can like go through graduation and still do it afterwards. Like I've talked to.
yeah.
I mean,
So you either have to like do an internship or take the Enactus like entrepreneurial class, which you just kind of like help a business get started up, I guess, like a local business, and then or something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, and or you have to travel abroad, which is probably the most expensive option. Like the trip to Poland was like $3,500 out of pocket, plus you have to pay for the class.
Okay.
So I was like, probably not.
Plus, probably not a good idea to do much traveling right now anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's like nothing against that. Like, there's a lot of people that are going, and I'm really excited for them. I just like didn't really have that money sitting around. But another thing about an internship is like you have to pay for it like a class. Like you have to pay for an internship that you're working and getting paid for, which that's fine but I just feel like
Is it?
Well,
Because I'm pretty sure no.
I won't get into that, but I think I'm just so burnt out because I've interviewed for all these internships and I've applied to like at least 20, and I feel like I'm not good enough for any of them because
That's exactly how I
know
feel.
what I mean? I know
Exactly.
That's not true.
Uh-huh.
I know that that's not true. It's not that I'm not good enough. But there was one down in Carmel that I interviewed for, and I swear I thought I had it. I thought I had it in the bag. I interviewed like 3 different times, and I was there my last interview for like 3 hours almost, interviewing with different people. And I had talked so much that I swear I had cotton mouth by the end of it. And I thought it seemed like they wanted to hire me on the spot, but they didn't want to get too
Committed?
Yeah, or like too ahead of themselves. And they're like, oh, well, we'll let you know. Didn't hear anything. And then eventually I emailed the recruiter. He was like, oh, well, you were a great interviewer, but we went ahead with somebody else who has experience. And I was thinking to myself, exactly.
Internships, yeah.
Exactly. I was thinking to myself, excuse me, like somebody.
Well, why put you through all that just for them to be like, yeah, wait.
Maybe this is unfair to say, but I know people do multiple internships for the experience, but I wish that people would let people who haven't had an internship get an internship. You know what I mean? Before going, putting themselves out there and like getting an, I don't know.
Because those people are going to get it before us, realistically.
Exactly.
And I mean,
That's
especially,
what happened in that situation.
And when you're like going up against people like maybe in Carmel and like they have more opportunities down there.
Exactly.
And so they've already probably had their internship. And I'm extremely frustrated too. So I understand that area.
It's hard because we all have to get placed, and I think a lot of the like HR faculty here who teach it, like you guys, like Gabby, Adam, I think they're having a hard time placing all of us places because either
just more people are
aren't
wanting it
doing
too.
Internships, or like they just don't have enough for all of us, and it's just frustrating, and I feel super burnt out. I feel like I'm basically a part of every single subcommittee for HRSA.
Like you're doing a lot and you're
an
still not
officer.
getting them.
Yeah, and
that's how
on top of all of my classes and midterms and everything. I know spring break's coming up, but it feels like a week is a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
I mean, work is like a big part.
That too. I work too. So.
I just feel like it's crunch time to find an internship as well because they're all hiring right now, and then it's like you're not hearing back or you're just not even getting interviewed, and it's just like, well, great.
Yeah, so I'm pretty desperate at this point. I'm just frustrated, and I feel like my anxiety is kind of attacking me a little bit. Like last night, Ace messaged me, and he's like, "Hey, like,
Ace,
are we still on for tomorrow
resident,
or whatever?"
I don't know. Ace, what do you do? Marketing. That's it.
Yeah, he's
Ace, our resident marketing guy.
guru. But
well, we'll just skip over my position then.
He messaged me last night, and I was just, I wouldn't say like having an anxiety attack, but I was just I didn't want to be on my phone. You know, I was like, I was like, I'll get back to you. Sorry, Ace, if that came off like kind of rude. I was just so, but then last night when I was laying in bed, I was like, man, I really wish that I could just like, not cancel on tomorrow, but be like, sorry, I can't make it, because I just want to like lay in bed and hide. You know what I mean? Not that I actually would have done that, but that's like my anxiety was like, you shouldn't go. Like you should.
Because it's discouraging to get turned down. I mean, you know, like it's just sucks.
And that's like how I've just felt lately is like I just don't want to go to my meetings. I just want to take a break. I deleted social media apps off of my phone. I didn't delete my social media, but for just a few days. Just a few days, I was like, I need to breathe.
That's not a bad idea, delete, because I mean, you can put the app back later.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, sometimes we're so focused on like social media.
Oh yeah. Well, and I swear I have like a mild OCD, because at night, before I can actually fall asleep, I have to make sure all the red push notifications are cleared on all my apps. So I always have to make sure that like I've seen every post and every app and like everything is up to date before I go to bed, because I think I have this like insecurity of missing something.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I'm just, and like all that on top of everything, I've just been overwhelmed with school and just like the balance of things. I say yes to everybody because I don't want to disappoint people, So I just say, yeah, sure, I'll be there. Yeah, sure, I'll do
You're
that.
definitely a yes person. I mean,
Because I don't want to hurt people's
Mhm.
no, I get
feelings.
you. Because I have a hard time saying yes.
And I
so-
have a hard time, like, I'm not the type of person that will have like 200 unread messages on my phone. I always read people's messages and I have to respond to them even if I'm just not feeling it because
You
I don't want to hurt their
You don't want
feelings.
to come off as rude or like.
Yeah. So I just, anybody else feel like that?
Yeah, no, I'm in a funk, I would say.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in a funk right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, actually.
Tommy's like, I'm doing great.
It's making me feel better though.
Well, let
Talk.
me say this.
Yeah.
I have been to college before. I am older than everybody else, right? I'm 29. I graduated high school in 2009. I went to college right after. It took me 4 years to get a 2-year degree, and it was just a 2-year general studies associate degree. It was kind of a useless degree for my purposes. And then I drifted around for a few years and didn't really do anything with it until eventually I started delivering pizzas, which is actually pretty good money, unfortunately, because after a couple months of being there and making like $100 in tips a night on top of wage, I thought, okay, I better go back to school, otherwise I will do this for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I did, and it's been weird because I'm a little bit older, but I don't really actually care about that. I joke about it, but I really don't care. But it's weird because college was very difficult for me the first time through, and now I'm here the second time around, and I'm in the clubs, and I'm in the classes, and I'm much more involved on campus, and I'm having a much easier time of it. And I think one of the reasons that it was so difficult for me the first time is because I never really had a good vision or idea of what I was going to do after I was done.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was going to get the degree and then something would happen. But at this point, we've been doing a lot with the podcast. We've been doing a lot with the rest of the club, and my classes are going well, and I'm talking to my professors, and I'm talking to other students, and I actually feel like, hey, wait, I might be able to do something with this degree after I graduate. So that just occurred to me yesterday. I was like, I feel like everything's kind of fallen into place. So you guys are all talking about being burnt out, and I'm actually just last night had like, so, but the reason that I say all that is not to be like, well, you guys are all a bunch of sad. No, I'm saying you guys are gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's
I
stressful,
mean, that's
but
encouraging too.
It's very
Yeah.
stressful.
Yeah.
It is,
Mhm.
and I get stressed because I'm only taking 2 classes per semester right now because I also work, and that's pretty much all I can handle. But one of the 2 classes is an online class, and we downloaded an app onto our phone at the start of the class so that I could fill up, so that I could do the homework on it. And I found out about 5 weeks into the class that there was a second app I was supposed to have the whole time to do the rest of the homework. So it was all late. But I finally got that caught up, and so it's fine. It's whatever, man. It's cool.
I think one thing I kind of hate about myself is that I'm constantly forgetting to live in the moment and like enjoy the day. You know what I mean? I'm constantly thinking like, oh, I wish I was just graduated from college, married with a family, and like settled down.
Ugh, heck all that. ain't got time
I
for
know,
that.
but you know what I mean.
It's probably gonna be like harder, you know, like
Yeah,
when you
that's-
get there. So like it's just
Yeah.
like take it day by
So
day,
You're
you know.
excited to come to college, and then you get stressed out.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you graduate college. I mean, I guess we don't know what that's like, but
I know, but
You
I've
can't-
always
you can't
wished
live
my
your life
life.
by other people's pace, man.
Yeah.
Like, look at me, I'm old.
Well, I've always wished my life away because I've always
Yeah.
been like, oh, I wish I was at a different point in my life. I wish I was doing this.
Yeah.
I wish I had this. I wish I was, in this place. And instead of just like making the most of where I'm at.
Jenna, you're gonna come play D&D with me,
Okay.
and you can wish that person your character's
Well,
life away.
Do you have Xbox?
We'll talk after the podcast
Okay.
because actually we are heading a we're bumping up against our time here. So we
That's too bad. It feels like we've been sitting here for like 10 minutes.
I know.
Yeah,
Well,
crazy.
Yeah.
well, next episode we'll get to know ourselves a little bit better.
Yeah.
I think we've
And talk businessy.
yeah.
bit.
I
Yeah.
think we know. I think we know each other pretty well at this
Yeah.
point. But yes, we will come back next time with more topics to talk about from the business world, and hopefully, hopefully we won't get as in depth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't mind it.
I don't mind
I
either.
feel it's pretty good.
It's pretty comfortable.
It was nice getting
conversation.
to know you guys.
Yeah.
Bearing
Mhm.
your soul on to the
Yeah.
internet to here.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
If,
Yeah.
if you guys like the content, please leave a like, or what we're on Spotify, we're on
Apple Music
YouTube.
or Apple Podcasts.
I don't know. There's a big
I
list,
always
and
do that.
I just
we
know
really
from-
need to write
Me
down
too.
all the things we're on because I don't ever remember. But we'll have it all. We'll have it all listed. But yeah, no, actually,
Yeah, give us a like, or Apple Podcast, Spotify version of like. I haven't used them as much.
favorites. I don't know.
Yeah. And if there's a way to leave a comment, please feel free to leave comments and let us know what you guys think, or what you guys think we should talk about next. We really appreciate all the comments and the compliments and the constructive criticism. Hopefully,
Not the unconstructed criticism. But what are you gonna do? It's the internet.
And YouTube comments is just full of constructive criticism at times.
Well,
Can't get away from it. But
we don't gotta worry about that.
yeah. But thank you for joining us today, and we hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will see you guys next time.